On today's Pardon My Take, we have recurring guest Rachel Nichols on to talk about the NBA playoffs. We also have Hot Seat Cool Throne, and
Nope. Oh.
because it's Wednesday, we have Guys on Chicks. Hank, now you're on my hot seat for forgetting this Hot Seat Cool Throne
Trouble
day.
in Paradise.
Thought it was Friday.
Wow. Before we get to all of that, though,
Shit.
award-winning
I'll
listeners,
give you one, Hank.
as you know, we are switching to the Cash App. The Cash App is the simplest way to pay people back, friends, families, coworkers, anyone. Sending and receiving money is totally free and fast, and most payments can be deposited directly to your bank account in just a few seconds. The Cash App lets you do way more than that. Now you can even buy and sell Bitcoin instantly. Get your paycheck deposited right to the app, pull money out of the ATM with their free custom cash card, or use it to spend anywhere you like. You really won't find a more useful app for your cash out there, so make the switch today and download the free Cash App for iOS or Android now. And when you sign up, enter the reward code BARSTOOL to receive $5 when you download the Cash App, and they'll also send $5 to ASPCA. And that's not all. We are also giving away some cheddar, some guacamole, some cashola. Download the app and tweet your cash tag to Pardon My Take, at Pardon My Take on Twitter, and we will reward a lucky award-winning listener with cash every episode we're doing it, so download the Cash App. We're also brought to you by Bud Light. The new Bud Light Lime and Orange are out now, brewed with real orange and lime peels. Famous among friends. Does that sound like something you guys be interested in?
Oh, hell
Remember?
yeah.
Entourage? Does that sound something like you'd be interested in?
Yes,
Yeah.
Sloan.
Yeah, so the new Bud Light Lime and Orange is out. We're going to be drinking that all summer long. Perfect summer beverage. Bevrage, brewed with real orange and lime peels. Famous among friends. Thank you to our great sponsor, Bud Light. We love you. All right, let's go.
Now in the street there is violence, and then a lot of work to be done. No place to hang out or washing, and then I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to
Electric Avenue.
and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Bar Stool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by SeatGeek. Today is Wednesday, April 11th.
I will remember uniforms. Uniforms remember me. The red, greens, and whites would burn my eyes. Remember me for centuries. R.I.P. to Color Rush Thursday.
Fuck the NFL. What the fuck are they thinking? I don't even know what's going on anymore. All I know is that today they decided they're doing away with Color Rush Thursdays. And let me first say this. I might be a narcissist. I might be an egomaniac. But it's hard for me to think this isn't a direct shot at us.
They had one card in the battle against Pardon My Take.
Yeah.
And that was the Color Rush
Yes.
uniforms. Besides that, we had all the leverage, and guess what? They fucking came at us.
They came at
This
us
is
hard.
Quite literally the darkest day in NFL history.
A shot across our bow. So here's how it went down. It was first reported that the NFL was doing away with Color Rush Thursday. Now, the way it was said was Bill Wanger of Fox Sport. Bill Wanger, that's his real
Wanger,
name?
yeah.
Is that his real name?
No, probably not.
Bill Wanger. What?
Wagner?
No, Bill Wanger.
Bill Wanger.
Okay, so
that's,
Bill
that's
Wanger.
red flag number one.
Yeah, false flag. Bill Wanger. He's a crisis actor. Bill Wanger of Fox Sports says alternate uniforms on Thursday night football are going away. Hardcore fans don't need gimmicks to watch. That's a shot at us.
That is.
He literally should have
Yes.
just added us. That was a subtweet at us. Fuck you, Bill Wanger. You fake name motherfucker.
Listen, we don't need gimmicks, but we sure love them.
The game schedule will also be stronger. Okay.
They
well,
say
you
that
still got to
every
make
year.
everyone play on 3 days rest,
What
and
is-
they're all still going to hate it, and it's still going to suck.
So he's saying that the schedule is going to be. He knows for a fact that they're going to load us up with matchups on Thursday.
Yeah.
Where are they going to have like Titans, Jaguars every Thursday?
Well, I was gonna say,
because that's the only way it can get better.
right. Like how Bill Wenger, do you realize that you don't have enough quarterbacks to make this game better? Like that just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
The
I mean, if
NFL
you
only
look at the
has
matchup-
2 games that are really good a week.
Yes.
Maybe. But then we had more news. Mike Garofalo, real name. On Color Rush, the uniforms aren't going away completely. It's just that they might not be exclusive to Thursday nights anymore, sources say. Could be some other tweaks to the uniform policy as well. Also, this is subject votes from ownership. So, you can't say that Color Rush isn't going away. It's just going away on Thursdays exclusively because that's what Thursdays are.
Yes.
They're Color Rush Thursdays. They don't. Where do you think the name Color Rush Thursdays came from?
Yeah, it's like saying Halloween's not going away, but we're just going to let people dress up in costumes every day.
Yeah, any day you want. Any
Yeah.
day in October.
I
you
don't
can
want
dress
that.
up. Yeah.
I want my special Color Rush Thursdays.
Right.
Yeah, I want something to look forward to before Friday.
I want to see what it's like if the Dolphins wore all aqua or the Colts wore only white.
Or all blue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa, now that's crazy.
I don't want to. So we're a pro Roger Goodell podcast. We protect the shield. We
Yeah, we
love
are.
everything. Hank,
We
watch
are.
it. We love everything. He's
Get in
doing a
line.
great job. He's underpaid. Are we losing confidence in him?
I mean, this is a panic move by him, calling out hardcore football fans. Hey, listen, Raj, man to man here, friend to friend. Hardcore football fans love Color Rush Thursday.
Yes.
Because it's different.
This could be an interesting strategy for Goodell, though. He could start to implement all sorts of shitty rules and then take them away.
God damn it. What else are you supposed to get pumped about on Thursdays?
Nothing. There's absolutely nothing. But there's
Sell
a
me
little bit of
Jet-
silver lining.
Yeah, sell me a Jets Dolphins game in the middle of December on Thursday without Color Rush. Try.
Well, they should.
I'm not watching that
They
shit.
should go back to like the Jets Bills game where they wore the uniforms
Yeah.
that were like blind, that were invisible for color rush or
Yeah.
for colorblind people. Now there's some silver lining here because the
All
play-
silver?
the
Or
player-
is it like silver and
no,
black?
it's silver lining. It's white.
full.
It's white
Okay.
uniform with silver trim.
Those are cool when the Raiders wear
There's
those.
some silver
those were
trim
actually
on
really
this, yeah.
Remember when they wore those?
They were clean.
They looked fast.
They look clean. The players are starting to revolt a little bit.
Okay.
Tony Jefferson from the Ravens, he tweeted out that the Ravens are still going to wear their purple. So I don't believe in protests. Okay, I think that people should shut up and go to their jobs and not complain about anything ever and just kind of let life happen to them. But this is a protest that I can definitely get behind.
It's good that we have such a marketable name, player Tony Jefferson,
Well,
household guy.
I mean, he sounds like his name could be a president.
Yeah, or a
Anthony
basketball player,
Are you
or
telling me
like
Anthony Jefferson could not be president?
yes,
of the
at
United
all.
States?
Very well, could be
Definitely a
president.
basketball player.
Basketball player / president / Raven, standing up for Color Rush.
This really hurts Eli Manning, though. I was thinking about it because Eli's probably got a sweatshop going already.
Yep.
Of Color Rush uniforms that he's going to lie and sell as game worn. So what's he supposed to do with all that production?
That's good point. Either way, fix it, NFL. This is the last time
Wait.
we'll talk about it.
Wait, fix, period, it.
Period. And then maybe
Now.
no. Fix,
Fix.
clapping hands. It clapping hands.
Now.
The other topic we have to talk about. We need to have an intervention. we need to We need to have an intervention for Hank. So we're staying in an Airbnb this week, and the owner of the Airbnb has left out a bunch of candy, and it's great because we've just been eating candy all week. But a little twist there. They have gumballs all over the house. And last night Hank said, "I'm addicted to gumballs," and I said, "Oh, that's interesting. So what do you just chew them for a few minutes and spit them out?" And he said, "No, I've been eating them."
He's been swallowing
Hank's
the
been
gumballs.
eating
No,
gumballs whole.
This is a really
No,
you know what?
no, incorrect. I chew them.
For how
Yeah,
long?
you chew them. The flavor goes out after about like 5 minutes. of these
Exactly.
gumballs. 5 minutes.
And then you just swallow it.
It's the same thing as a Tootsie Roll.
Okay,
it's
no.
it's a little bit
no.
different.
No.
How many gumballs do you think you've eaten?
I mean, I've taken out one full jar, and I'm like working halfway through another one.
So you've eaten
upwards of 40.
40 gumballs you have
The funny
eaten
thing
and
is,
swallowed.
we have like gumball machines and gumball jars in every single room of this house So like Hank sneaking into my room in the middle of the night and like tiptoeing in and taking gumball.
Do you realize how ridiculous this is? Like, I remember growing up as a kid, I was like, if you swallow gum, you're gonna have a gum tree in your belly.
Well, they used
and
to
you're
say
just
it
sitting
stays in
here
your stomach
eating-
for 7 years, but that's a myth.
Uh,
I'm trying to educate the world that it's not. You can
Thank you for your
swallow.
service.
How's your bowel movements been?
Pretty good. I've had some good,
That's
some
a
good poops.
50
If you
pieces
have
of
a-
gum you swallowed in the last 2 days.
If you have a bad septic system, you should just put gumball machines in your house. That way nobody
Jesus
ever shits in
Christ.
there.
It's like Big League Chew. Like when you chew Big League Chew, do you spit it out or do you swallow it?
Yes, I spit it out.
What?
Dude,
What?
do you swallow all your gum?
Yes.
This is insane.
That's
This is
crazy.
why we have an intervention.
I was about to say something. I was going to say I'm trying to educate people that it's okay to swallow
Yeah.
gum, but
Gum.
you know, I
It
didn't.
would-
I didn't. It's a little
It's
close
not.
to something
It's
else.
not.
It
What
is.
you're doing is not okay.
It
It
is
is
okay.
okay to
No, it's
swallow
not.
gum, Hank.
It's 2016, 7, 8, and you
listen.
guys. I'm trying to move past these unfair sanctions against
Hank,
gum chewing.
Next time I see you chewing gum instead of swallowing gum, I'm gonna come by, tap you on the top of your head, and then you'll know it's time to spit gum.
It's the same thing as candy. It's the same thing as a Tootsie Roll. It's the same
disgusting.
thing as a piece of licorice.
Disgusting.
Same thing. It's the same thing as anything. You take it, you chew it.
It's
Once
not.
the flavor goes away,
This
you
is-
swallow it.
This is an intervention
It's
time.
absolutely not, Hank.
We need to have an intervention.
Why
had
not?
enough.
Why not?
Because it sits in your stomach.
Yeah.
It plugs
you have a
up.
gum
It's
tree in
not
your
healthy.
stomach.
Hank, maybe this is why you're experiencing other side
Nope.
effects.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
We'll
I'm
get to that
sick
in
of
a
that
minute with our
narrative.
4 hymns ad.
Yeah, let's call that out. Guys, come on.
Yeah.
Lay off Hank.
Yeah, no more of that. No more of that. We also have some breaking news. So you probably know by now that recurring guest Richie Incognito has retired from the NFL. Well, the reason why you listen to Part of My Take is we get all the exclusives. So I actually have an exclusive message from Richie Incognito.
Uh-oh. Usually that's not a good...
No, it's okay. From Richie Incognito for the listeners of Pardon My Take. At 9:31 a.m. Yeah, 9:31 a.m. That sounded really early. But
Central
it's been a
Time.
long day. 9:31 a.m. Central Time on Tuesday, April
10th.
10th.
I texted Richie Incognito and I said, "Bro, are you retiring?" And he replied, "Yes."
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Confirmed.
That's the last I've talked to him.
I saw a tweet that he was saying that his liver and kidneys are shutting down. That doesn't sound like football.
No, he said
Sounds
that
like you might want to go to a doctor, Richie.
Yeah, well, he said that it's going to normalize once he stops playing football. I mean, I hope he's okay. Yeah, I hope he's okay because it sounded like a stress issue and whatnot. But yeah, so I guess if you play the defensive line in the NFL, you're lucky because Richie's not going to kick your ass anymore.
Cool throne.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of that, let's get to our hot seat, cool throne.
Why don't you go first, Hank?
Yeah, Hank, why don't you go first?
Okay, my hot seat is, I didn't have one because I thought today was Friday, so I'll put myself on the hot seat. It's been a long week.
Yeah, of gum eating.
Let me, just off the top of my head, calendars.
Oh, because you thought it was Friday.
Because
Okay.
Nebraska's quarterback coach doesn't believe in days of the week because every day is game day.
True.
That's very true.
I'm very nervous about
Had
Nebraska.
to-
you
myself.
should be. You
I
should be.
just said I was.
I said that you should be.
Okay, well, I said I was first.
Okay.
I'm not nervous.
No, Scott Frost is building something there. I don't know what it is, but
It's something.
returning
football
national
program.
champion Scott Frost is building a program
It's,
in Nebraska.
it's basically like when you let your dog go in the other room and you hear a little rustling and you're like, what the fuck is my dog doing over there? And then you walk in and then it's probably just eating all the trash. But we're gonna walk into Nebraska and Scott Frost is gonna build like an 11-win team and I'm gonna be very, very upset about it.
I like
So what the fuck? Get out of there, Scott.
this is like a football guy's version of saying it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah,
It's
pretty much.
game day somewhere. I don't know
Someone's
how-
playing a game right
I don't know
now.
how time zones work with the flat Earth and everything, but technically it's always Saturday.
Yes. Do you have a cool throne, Hank?
Yeah, my cool throne is any AWL or Stooley who's a fan of Bill Burr or who's an absolute savage.
Yeah.
Because this Friday in Charlotte, North Carolina, Rough and Rowdy 3 is taking place. Big Cat will be on the call. I'll be there. It's going to be a great time. A lot of fights, a lot of action. So get excited.
Yeah, so our travels continue. We're going to Charlotte on Thursday. I feel like I haven't been in my own bed in a long time.
Sick
but,
brag.
Yeah, well, I need to recharge my iPhone.
You got to plug yourself in.
Yeah, plug myself in.
But you plug yourself a lot more when you're on the road, though.
Yeah,
than
true.
you do when you're at home.
So we will be there. I'm very excited. North Carolina, get
Who you
ready.
got? You think Thorogott's going to take it
Yeah,
down?
he's got it for America. It's
Right.
America versus Germany.
Yep.
Classic case.
2-0 all time.
Yeah.
Most dangerous lead in soccer, though. So watch
Some
out for
may
that.
actually, if we want to get historically accurate, Thrill Ride should wait till like the third round to enter the war.
He should let just a British dude fight him.
Yeah,
for the first.
weaken him a
couple.
little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe
Let the German
yeah.
overextend himself.
Yeah, right, and then come in and just knock him out.
Well, and then also have a Russian guy right behind him.
Yeah.
That does most of the knocking out.
Right,
and
exactly.
Then Thrill Ride can stand on him.
Yeah, so well, we should have that happen.
Yeah. Okay.
PFT, go ahead.
My hot seat is the Philadelphia Eagles
Ooh.
because Robert Kraft
Mm-hmm.
just meek cucked him.
Yeah, he did.
Robert Kraft went to go visit Meek Mill in prison and gave his blessing to him. So I love the social activism.
Yep.
That's always appropriate from NFL owners. We know that they are socially conscious creatures.
Correct.
Can you imagine if, like back in the Obama presidency, if the owners had like realized that they could take a knee during the national anthem for like protesting the progressive tax bracket?
No.
They would have all been doing it.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, I guess Meek Mill is like the new hip person to attach your name to. We've been a free Meek Mill podcast in
For
the
a
past,
long time.
But guess what? Now it's not cool anymore.
Oh, so we're done?
I think we're done. I think we have to move on. Hank, who should we move on to?
Bobby Shmurda.
Bobby
Free-
Schmurda.
free
Oh,
Bobby
actually, no.
Shmurda.
Free
Free
Max
Bobby
B.
Shmurda.
Free fucking Max
Free
B.
Max
Max
B.
B.
Free Max
Shout
B.
out to Max B. Free
Shout
Max
out
B.
Max B.
Free Max
boy,
B.
baby.
We love it. Also, curses are on the hot seat
Oh.
because Lil B. Now,
tell.
Now this may have backfired a little bit on me. In my attempt to to start a grassroots campaign, which was actually AstroTurf, to get Lil B to curse the Penguins, he ended up blessing the Penguins right
Yeah,
in my
you
face.
fucked
Who else
up.
did he bless?
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's why curses are on the hot seat, because he also blessed the Philadelphia Flyers. So the Penguins are playing against the Flyers in the first round. So he's going to be wrong.
Yeah, but he's covering all his bases, so he'll be right, too.
But he's going to be wrong. It's a big thing.
But he'll also be right.
And you know what really chaps my ass?
Are you
Is-
scared of going up against Lil B?
Well, the thing is, in the second round, the Washington Capitals are going to play against a team that's been blessed, no matter what. I feel like he did that just to get at me.
Yeah, he did. You got it.
I don't want to sound like a narcissist.
You got got. You got got.
But that's all about me. My cool throne is RG3 because Andrew Luck just gave a very, very weird press conference.
Very weird.
Announcing that he hasn't thrown a football in like a year and a half.
Full-size football.
A regulation
No?
football.
Yeah, he's
So
definitely throwing a little vortex. He's John Elway.
He's flicked paper footballs.
Yeah.
He says that he's been reading a lot as part of his rehab.
Nerd.
So he's been reading a lot of books and nurturing himself with literature. So the
Too
fact,
smart.
Yeah, the fact that he hasn't gotten better means that books are officially junk science, right? If that's his treatment course. My other cool throne is geography, because the Miami Marlins are claiming that they're based in the British Virgin Islands in order to avoid tax implications. So I guess that works.
What?
I guess you can just do that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Guess what? I live in the British Virgin Islands too.
Same with me. I live in Delaware.
Ooh, yeah. I'm a Delaware corporation.
Don't tax me. Yeah.
They could also just be trying to like appeal to Tim Tebow by saying that they live in the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
Tebow's like, that sounds like a great organization for me.
The attendance is way down.
Tim Tebow also solves that problem.
Yeah. Well, you know who solves that problem? The guy they ran away. Because people
Marlins
go to
man.
see Marlins man, and now you
Not
don't
that
got him.
virgin Derek Jeter.
Nope, absolutely not. Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Derek Jeter looks like a penis now too, big time.
big chode.
Yeah, his face getting a little fatter. He looks like a penis. He's gonna ruin his legacy. Derek Jeter, and now he's gonna ruin it. So too bad. Such shit. Hey, hate to see that.
You
You hate to see that.
just hate to see it.
All right, my hot seat is God. So God is on the hot seat.
Whoa.
Yeah, because Ray Lewis is out there trumping for, or whatever you call it. He's politicking for God. He is saying that Odell Beckham has lost God in his life, and so anytime Ray Lewis is like the spokesperson for God, God's in some trouble because I feel like we forgot about the Ray Lewis whole murder thing.
Well, no, it was alleged.
Okay,
in
if
the first
alleged,
place.
yeah, but hey, being an alleged murderer is not great either. Being at the place of a murder is not great. Let's just say
Well,
that.
all the apostles were at the place of a murder one time.
Ray Lewis,
And what did they do with the Shroud of Turin? They disposed of it, just like Ray Lewis got rid of his white suit.
yeah, the white suit. Ray Lewis also did the classic Ray Lewis where he basically bashed Odell Beckham, said he lost God, and said, "I'm gonna call him."
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a call. So we'll hash this out after I just said it on national radio, and everyone can make me part of the headline.
I mean, all Ray Lewis is saying is that like if Odell Beckham just has a conversation with Tony Dungy,
Yeah.
he'll be back in the right place.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think Ray Lewis buys his own bullshit?
Yes.
Yeah.
He can't though. It's so ridiculous.
Have you ever heard Ray Lewis
Yes,
speak?
yes. But
Have you
it's
ever
so-
seen any of
yes,
the, like behind the scenes
yes,
with Ray Lewis? Like,
yes.
and his children at his
Yes. Oh, it's all so over the top that
I took-
I don't think he believes himself when he speaks.
I think he does. I think he buys it a little bit too much. That's why he doesn't think before he talks because he believes that he has literally God coming out of his mouth.
What a fucking
He
asshole.
spits God out.
Yeah, he's an asshole. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say no.
Yeah.
Why,
Ray Lewis, you're an asshole.
watch out. Ray Lewis, I disavow.
Okay, yeah, I'll disavow Ray Lewis. That's fine.
No, I disavow you saying that Ray Lewis is an asshole.
In case we get him on
Ray
sometime,
Lewis
yeah.
is listening to the show right now.
Or we get him on.
Well, in case I run into him in a nightclub in Atlanta at some point.
It'd be great to have Ray Lewis on because I would definitely not bring up the alleged murder. Just be like, Mr. Lewis, great career. You're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, let's talk about what happened.
Yeah,
in,
how can I
the
get
Richie
God in
Foreman.
my life?
Yeah.
Please tell me. My other.
Although I'll say, like, instead of an alarm clock, if I just had Ray Lewis screaming at me from my phone to wake up every morning, I would get the fuck out of bed.
Yeah,
I would
true.
not hit snooze.
True. My other hot seat is short guys. So Zuckerberg put
Good thing
on.
we don't know any of them.
Put on quite a show in front of what is it? Congress? Congressional
nailed
hearing?
it, nailed it, yeah.
Was it?
Congress. Yeah.
What- no, who's
Congress
he,
counts.
Who's he in front of?
Congress.
He was in front of a piece of Congress.
He was in front of a Congress.
a Congress,
One
a
Congress.
congressional hearing
A Congress of Congress. People.
about basically ruining everyone's life and stealing all of our brains. He looked like a robot, if Mark Zuckerberg's sole attempt was to try to persuade people that he's not a bad guy who is stealing all of our data and our brains, he failed. Terribly.
He did.
Because he looked like a robot. He had a terrible suit. He had a bowl cut. His eyes were huge. He just looked exactly like I would expect a robot to look who was put in front of Congress to tell us that everything's going to be all right.
Right. He looked like iRobot had sex with Mr. Burns in that episode of The Simpsons where he got those eye drops and became like an alien.
Yeah, or one of the
Yeah.
what do they call them in Japan? The
Sex robots.
the animes. The anime.
The anime.
Yeah,
the panty vending machine.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
right.
anime.
animes.
No,
Yeah.
just anime.
Yeah, but plural
he
is
looked like
animes.
One anime.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like geese.
No, he did. I actually got spooked out by
Anime.
Facebook yesterday morning because I got a notification saying that it appears that there's a picture of you that's been uploaded. And it was somebody that I didn't know, someone that I wasn't friends with, and I was in the background of a picture, and it had my face in it. And
This is
Facebook
why-
recognized my face
yeah.
and said, "Hey, is this you?"
Fuck.
Even though I wasn't tagged in it.
Dude, and so the height part, he was sitting on a booster seat.
Yes.
He was sitting on a booster seat. That's a bad look. I didn't realize either that Mark Zuckerberg takes like all his pictures in a particular way to make himself not look short.
Really?
I didn't realize
How
that was like
short
a
is
whole
he?
thing. He's 5'7".
Yeah, that's pretty short.
Yeah, you look down. to that
I tower
barely.
over him.
Yeah.
That short
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, but you. I mean,
Listen, I've got some pride. Okay, I will never. This is a promise. I will never take a picture in a booster seat.
Yeah.
I'll never like bring my own wedge to put underneath
It's a
my
Schefter.
ass.
Schefter
Yeah,
move.
to add like 4 inches or whatever.
either way, Zuckerberg, you failed, man. I mean, the world is going to shit,
Mm-hmm.
and Mark Zuckerberg is the one who's like watching it and taking and making sure that you, on your last dying breath, you get a flash ad in front of your face saying, "Ooh, you looked at toilets recently. Would
Also-
you like to buy another toilet?"
Also, when I landed here, it said, "We notice you're in Chicago. Here are some places nearby that some of your friends have gone to." Get the fuck out of here.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. You know what? It's about time this country had a good old-fashioned scapegoat. Let's just pin everything on Zuckerberg.
I'm cool.
All right.
Yeah, because you know what? That's probably what Jeff Bezos wants.
Yeah.
Think
Bezos
about
has
that. Get a little woker.
Bezos has accepted this whole
Yeah,
conversation.
Mark Zuckerberg was actually born in a Jeff Bezos lab, and his whole life has been leading up to this point where he can take the fall. He's Jeff Bezos' fall guy. Yeah. My cool throne is our good friend Patrick Reed. So the bad boy of golf. A lot of talk about his family and all this stuff. Maybe he stole from some people. Maybe he cheated. Maybe he's an asshole. These are all maybes. But fastest way to gain a little street cred, take a picture next to Guy Fieri.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he did that. He took a picture next to Guy.
Donkey Sauce Bros.
Yeah, Donkey Sauce with the green jacket. And now America loves him, which I've polled myself, and America loves him.
Yes, he's America's sweetheart, Patrick Reed.
Pulled 3 people all in this room.
I'll bet him and Guy Fieri had some conversations about, like, hey, how about we sew some sweet flame patches on the sleeves of the green jacket, huh?
Oh man,
Really boss it up.
Patrick Reed. I mean that.
By the way, there's a 0% chance that Patrick Reed hasn't spilled some sort of condiment sauce on the green jacket.
Oh yeah.
That thing is filthy.
And it's so sad. Like the Guy Fieri, like that was great that he got to meet him.
Fieri.
But Fieri, mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
That's
Giada.
Giada. Yeah, Giada.
Yeah.
The fact that Patrick Reed, like as part of his Masters like victory lap, got to sit courtside at the Knicks. That's a punishment. That's not a victory lap.
Right.
If someone offers you courtside tickets to the Knicks, you're like, nah, I'm okay.
Right.
That's all set.
Attending a Knicks game with Guy Fieri would be considered cruel and unusual punishment
Yeah.
for most people in America.
Yes. So, congrats, Patrick. You're America's sweetheart.
Love it.
All right, let's get to our interview with Rachel Nichols. Before we do that, Burrow. Burrow has reinvented the luxury couch. From style to shipping, functionality to adaptability, Burrow's put the time and thought into furniture buying so you don't have to. Customize your Burrow sofa to fit your personality by selecting the color, size, and armrest. Height that's perfect for you. It's engineered to be super comfortable. Burrow assembles and disassembles it in just minutes with no tools required. So when it comes to move, Burrow gives you one less thing to worry about. It's affordable luxury. It's the same quality you expect from high-end retailers without breaking the bank. Couches are expensive. People don't realize that. Couches are really expensive, and they're also the most important thing that you own because you spend the most time on it. Burrow is adaptable, so if your space changes, their modular design allows it to move and grow with you. With stain-resistant fabric that can take on your pet's claws and a built-in USB charger. Holy fuck. They put in a USB charger in the couch.
It's amazing.
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard. Because how often do you sit there and you're like, I wish I could charge my phone? Burrow has durability and functionality to keep up with your hectic life. Enjoy 30 days of cozy on your Burrow, risk-free, or try out Burrow at one of their showrooms today. For $75 off your order, visit burrow.com/PMT. That's BURROW.com/PMT for $75 off your purchase. Burrow makes the luxury couch for real life. All right, this next ad, they said had fun with it. So I don't know what that means. But it's our For Hims ad. 66% of men lose their hair by age 35. Thing is,
Hate to hear that.
when you start to notice hair loss, it's too late. It's easier to keep the hair you have than to replace the hair you've lost. Is that hairline slowly starting to move backwards? Any bald spots yet? How will you feel a year from now if it's business as usual up there? I ask you,
What about if you're going super gray and your hair is just getting grayer by the day?
do you want a bald spot to pop up or do you want to do something about it first? You want to do something about it first. Solution4hims.com, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and, sexual wellness. Huh. That's interesting. Well,
What's interesting about that?
some people might suffer from sexual wellness
Hate
disease.
to hear that.
Well-known generic equivalents to name brand prescriptions to help keep your hair or get an erection because Hank can't.
Nope.
No waiting rooms, no awkward doctor visits. Save hours by going to forhims.com. It's so easy. Order now. Listeners get a trial month of 4Hims for just $5 today, right now, while supplies last. See website for full details. This would cost hundreds if you went to the doctor or pharmacy. Go to forhims.com/PMT. That's forhims.com/PMT. Forhims.com/PMT. And I want to say to all of our listeners, don't be self-conscious about losing your hair or not
Having
being able to
gray
get
hair.
a
Yep.
boner like Hank.
Nope.
Just go to forhims.com/PMT and you can get that fixed right up. Actually, I don't know though. It says 35. I don't know. Do they help 24-year-olds who can't?
Yeah, they'll help anybody.
Okay,
that
they'll
has
help anyone.
problems.
Forhims.com/PMT. All right, let's do it. Rachel Nichols. All right, we now welcome on one of our favorite recurring guests. She even has a recurring guest shirt. It is Rachel Nichols from ESPN. Rachel,
I was excited. Then I thought maybe I got too excited there. And then I realized that you only asked me to do this like 20 minutes ago. And
Yeah.
that I'm clearly, someone else dropped out and you didn't
filling
even really want me today. So then I was trying to become less excited.
Yeah, Windhorse couldn't do it, so we had to call you instead.
It happens to me all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So the NBA playoffs are coming up. We're all very excited. The seating isn't fully set, but
It's not even kind of set.
it's not even kind of set. Wait.
Yeah.
What? All right. So because
In
we're
the
gonna
West,
run-
like
we're gonna-
anything could happen. There
Yeah.
are like 6 teams that could all change positions.
So break it down to us.
Yeah.
What we know the Nuggets and the Timberwolves have basically a playoff game, which is awesome.
Yeah, playing game on Wednesday night.
What else do we have that's up in the air? All the seating in the East?
If Utah beats the Warriors, I don't know when this pod is coming out. Depending on when you're listening to this, you will know what we don't know because you live in the future and the three of us do not, whether Utah beat the Warriors on Tuesday night, and that could make the Blazers Jazz game a huge playoff seeding game. There's where the Thunder going to end up. There's a whole bunch of stuff in terms of where people are going to end up. And in the East, you got a bunch of teams that are trying to lose to get into that number 7 spot
Yep.
because they believe that the Celtics are vulnerable. So that's a whole thing. If you're the Milwaukee Bucks, you play the Cleveland Cavaliers as your final game. You play the Sixers on Wednesday night as your final game of the season. Are you trying to lose to the Sixers so you don't have to play the Cavs in the first round?
Yes.
These are important questions.
These are. So you mentioned the Thunder. I want to go out west again. Can we, as like a society, just agree that we're not going to believe the bullshit hype with the Thunder? Can we just stop that?
People are so excited about playoff Melo coming back.
It's playoff. Melo stinks. Have you said this on the jump yet? Melo stinks.
No, we have not said that.
Okay.
You know, he just hit his like career high in 3-pointers or something.
I don't care. I
This
watched him
season.
play. All he does is run up and down. He runs 3-point line to 3-point line, and he doesn't play any defense, and he doesn't really move on offense, and he bricks shots. He stinks.
His role has changed. He's more of a stretch four.
Yes.
He's an older player. This is what happens. Players transition. He is no longer the star of the team anymore, and he has done a good job of accepting that.
But does he have a chip on his
Melo.
shoulder? He's
No.
got a chip on his shoulder because he's not going to make the United States team, and that's like the one thing that he can hang his hat on. So is he going to go out there and just try to shoot, a million threes?
No, I don't. I mean, everyone needs motive, man. Everyone needs a cause to fight for.
I've been told by smart basketball people that the Jazz are the nitty gritty basketball team that you don't want to play if you're in the first round out in the West. Is that true? Am I dumb for just going along and believing that?
Well, I mean, you may be dumb, but that might not have to do with this discussion.
Fair.
That the Jazz are a team that you might not want to see early. It's kind of hard when we talk about that, right? Because you're basically talking about who's in the bottom of any playoff bracket, either the East or West, for NHL, NBA, that could pull off the upset, right? So the Jazz, sure, they're a team that could, and that's another sort of game. Again, Tuesday night, people in the future will know what happened here, but Jazz Warriors. I know they're so lucky. If you're the Warriors, you're not used to tanking, right? And you haven't been playing great, so you kind of do want to win games to get some momentum going in the playoffs. But if you purposely lose this game to Utah on Tuesday night, then you won't have to see the Jazz or the Thunder in the first round of the playoffs.
Okay.
Win this game, then you might, and as you pointed out, the Jazz are maybe not a team that you want to see early. I would say on the other side of the bracket, I wouldn't necessarily want the Miami Heat to show up at my door if I was a top seed in the East. And the Sixers, obviously, they're not an underdog. They're going to end up maybe in the 3, or at least in the 4 spot. I wouldn't want to see them in this playoffs either right now. They're on a full head of steam.
Yeah, so I just want to go really quickly back to Melo because I feel like you let him off the hook, but I appreciate you saying he's transitioning, so we have to respect his privacy while he transitions from being a good player to a terrible NBA player. So I'm going to do that. It's 2016.
See, I thought you were going to go somewhere totally else with the word transitioning,
Yeah, well,
and so
that's-
I'm just happy
yeah.
you stayed where you went. I'm just going to take the win that you didn't go where I thought you were
Yes.
going and move on.
He's transitioning.
He's
so
very-
we're going to
so
respect
brave.
him. Yes, he's very brave. All right, so you mentioned the Sixers in the East. I actually have a playoff theme for you that you can use on the
Okay.
jump. You can steal this from me. These playoffs are the we don't actually believe in these teams' playoffs because everyone's talking about the Rockets, everyone's talking about the Raptors, and I don't believe in either of those teams until they actually win a big game, and neither of them are going to do it.
Well, I mean, that's fair only in that, it's kind of like when is the LeBron thing going to be over? Well, it's over when it's over. I'm not going to sell on LeBron early, right? I'm not going to, sell that stock early. Same with the Warriors. When is the Warriors dynasty type sort of hold on the Western Conference over? like when it happens. Before that happens, I'm not selling early. I'm not gonna give someone else that crown. But I do think that the Rockets, for example, are a much more legitimate challenger than they have faced in the West in a long time, and you can see a path to them winning. Which, let's be honest, last year you're kind of like, no one's really going to be able to do it.
But James Harden's in such bad shape that if a series goes 6 or 7 games, he's going to be winded and he's going to go like 1 for 20 again, like he did last year.
But that was the old James Harden. The new and improved James Harden has Chris Paul. Comes with an action figure next to him.
Oh, yeah, Chris Paul, you're right. The guy who always wins in the playoffs. Good point, Rachel.
I will say Chris Paul has had 90 bad seconds in the playoffs and has completely wrecked his life. So we'll have to see if he can work that out.
He's snake bitten. But here's my issue with James Harden. I have a feeling, and this might be through also little birdies on my shoulder, that the Warriors.
Is that what you have on your shoulder? Because
Yes.
I have totally different things on my shoulder.
Little birdies in my shoulder, on my shoulder, just chirping in my ear. I have a feeling the Warriors know that James Harden is, dare I say, mentally soft, and that they can get to him, and in a 7-game series, they are going to be able to grind him down and beat the Rockets.
I mean, certainly James Harden is going into these playoffs knowing that he has to prove that is not the case. He knows how the season ended last year. He's seen that video of him on the bench staring into space. And, obviously he is out to prove something. Chris Paul, as you noted, has had some issues in some key moments of playoff games, is out to prove something. People like that, I've seen action movies. People like that are dangerous.
Well, I don't know. You're
nothing to lose.
You're saying that there's a mentally soft person going into the biggest playoff of their life, thinking constantly about how mentally soft they are. That doesn't sound like a winning recipe.
I'm not saying
That's what
You're
I took
saying
from it.
that.
Okay. All right. Well, looking to the East, we're big switch flick guys. Has LeBron flipped the switch yet?
I don't know where the switch is.
It's on the other side of the room from the panic button.
Is that okay? That's good to know. I mean, he has been pretty good. He had 6 weeks of the season where you were like, "What is going on?" And then it seems as if, and again, he hasn't said this, but it would seem as if he was trying to prove a point to ownership and management during those 5 or 6 weeks. Hey, I'm not going to bail you out anymore. This roster isn't good. This roster isn't going to win in the playoffs. You better make trades at the trade deadline, and I'm not going to just fix it all for you while you stock up your draft picks for next year.
I love how LeBron's just basically like an 8th grade girl.
Right. Well, again, though, it worked. You can't criticize it if it doesn't work.
No,
it
it does work.
worked.
It's just
he got
funny.
them to make trades that they have since acknowledged they were not predisposed to make. Now,
He
I
hates
would
fake
say
friends.
that cost him some ground in the MVP race because his numbers during that time and his defense during that time, he wasn't being his full LeBron James-ness. But since then, he's been tremendous. I don't think he needs to flip a switch. The question is, can that team defensively flip a switch? And I think that, as you all know, it's not actually a switch. It's just how much of a margin for error do you have. I would say this year's Cavaliers have the least margin for error of any of his Cavaliers teams since he came back. And, if Kevin Love gets hurt again somehow during this playoff run, or if something bad happens like that to that team, there's no soft landing.
So it's not a switch this year. It's one of those. It's the gradual ones where you can softly increase or dim.
Like a dimmer.
It's dimmer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dimmer
Right.
this year. Has he pushed the dimmer slightly up? I do like the signing of Perkins. I just love having that guy around in the playoffs just because he's going to beat the shit out of people.
He's not going to play.
He's going to beat the
Doesn't
shit out
matter.
of people.
Yeah, he's
You
there
don't
for
need him to
locker
play.
room. Yeah, so you're just
You need him to talk to the young kids because that team has a lot of kids with no playoff experience, and then you need him on the sideline glowering at people.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
I don't buy that. I don't think at some point you're not intimidated anymore when you can't even get on the court.
I think he can still get it done in that,
Okay.
and plus players love him. He's played on 3 teams that have been to finals. Every player who's ever played with him has amazing things to say about him. The Cavaliers have not had the most fun-filled season. Having a guy who's just a fun, easy presence, but who keeps the other players in check and can be another sort of veteran voice besides sort of LeBron's voice that they've heard over and over is a good thing.
So-
I think he's going to be great for them.
So they basically brought Kendrick Perkins as like the blackjack dealer. He's just going to get the card game going.
I mean, look, there's worse reasons,
Yeah.
right?
No, I don't hate that. I'm just saying he's not going to play. Even if he does play, he's just going to foul someone really, really hard and probably break their neck.
6 fouls to give, baby.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
What is up with Kawhi? Why is this the weirdest story that's kind of going under the radar?
It's bizarre. Okay, so what's actually happening isn't that weird. It's just the implications of it could be so crazy. So he thinks that he's injured in a way that the team does not. The team has diagnosed his injury. They say it's been the same injury that Tony Parker had surgery on and has successfully come back on. Kawhi didn't need surgery. Parker actually came out in the press and said, hey, my injury was 100 times worse. So, side note. And Kawhi hasn't been able to come back. He's been medically cleared by the team. The team has publicized that they've medically cleared him for months now. And Kawhi has his own private second opinion type of doctors who are telling him the injury is a little bit different from what the Spurs are saying. And Kawhi himself feels he's not comfortable out there playing and can't be himself as a player playing out there. And why this is so important, because let's be honest, the Spurs not really championship contenders this year. So if there was no off-season stuff, you'd just be saying, fine, let him sit. Let him sit for as long as he did. Isaiah Thomas taught the rest of the players in the league last year, don't put yourself out there if you don't feel like you should be playing, because the team is not going to be there for you if you can't be a player anymore afterward, right? Isaiah Thomas, Boston was like cold-blooded, get rid of him. Mm-hmm. But the situation with Kawhi this summer is he is eligible for that super max extension, which means the team can offer him $219 million, a lot of money, over 5 years. And if they've had such a disconnect over, is he with the team, is he not with the team, does he trust their doctors, do they trust him, has there been sort of bad blood created in all of this and the various leaks to the press, I don't know if that's going to stop the Spurs from saying, here's $219 million and we're signing on for 5 more years of this. I think they'll still want to do that. He's still Kawhi Leonard. I think Kawhi would still want to take it because who turns down $219 million? But the fact that there could be what we all expected, it was like, oh, no-brainer, Kawhi's going to re-sign that Supermax. If that doesn't happen, they will definitely put him on the trade block because they don't want him to walk away for nothing the next year. So the idea that Kawhi Leonard could be in play is huge. And who knows? Might not happen. None of that might happen. He might sign, and that's it.
Does he have like some sort of Tom Brady quack doctor? Does he have crystals, like healing potions and herbs?
It's actually Reggie Rose. It's Derrick Rose's brother. It's actually the one who's
being like, no, man, you're not.
Yeah.
No. So
very respected guy in New York. Don't besmirchify. But, yeah, I mean, look, this is hard. This stuff is hard. The human body's hard. There's no sure answer. I mean, a bone is broken or not broken, but there's lots of things about ligaments and stuff that people, it's about feel. You can't watch it all on a scan.
Okay. Are you...
Would you give a guy $219 million if you haven't had like that great year of sort of trust or communication with him?
I would never give another human being $219 million. And I would just, I would just keep it.
You can tell me if I'm wrong here, but I get the feeling that Pop is pretty
You're
fed
wrong.
up.
No, I'm kidding.
Pop is very fed up.
Well, here's what's hard, though. I think that there's definitely been frustration from the Spurs organization. You can see that in the quotes. But San Antonio is still not like a huge free agent destination, right? They're not recruiting elite MVP candidate players to play there. They kind of have to draft them. So you have a guy who is still young, who, assuming he does get healthy, and again, the medicals are a question here right now, but assuming he does, you have an elite player who plays for your team that you can offer much more money than any other franchise. That's why the Supermax exists. You can keep superstars in markets where they might not be able to get big free agents. If Pop is frustrated or if R.C. Buford is frustrated, you have to weigh that against the idea that if you let this guy go or if you try to trade, for assets and you try to trade away that dollar and get 4 quarters back, you're not going to have that elite player. You can't really win in this league without an elite player.
That's fair. Okay, going out to the East, I want to look at the 76ers real quick because you said that the Celtics are vulnerable. I'm guessing you don't think that the 76ers are going to be vulnerable.
I mean, the Sixers have a good, right now, again, future people know what we don't know, which is exactly what the bracket is going to look like. But right now, it appears that the Sixers are going to have some opportunities, teams that they would match up well against. Not easy teams, but teams that they have just good X's and O matchups with to get to. Maybe they get to a conference finals this year. That would be a huge leap. This is a team that at the beginning of the season we were like, I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs. We hope so. And now we're talking about maybe a conference finals run? That's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah.
I'm buying the Sixers because the Cavs don't play defense. The Raptors are frauds every single year. The Celtics don't have anyone healthy, and I think I just named everyone. We always forget the Pacers. I guess the Pacers might win a game or two.
Pacers. I was going to say the Pacers. I think are going to be more of a challenge. Right now, the Pacers are again. I don't know about the future. Right now, as we have this conversation, the Pacers are matched up against the Cavaliers. I think that series is actually going to be harder for Cleveland than other people might think. The Pacers are legit tough this year.
I don't know.
That sounds like you're just being polite to the state of Indiana.
Say something mean about the Cavs.
There's something mean about the Cavs?
Yeah, say something mean. Let's see if you can be mean.
Oh, mean. I
Mean.
just told you that the
Yeah.
lowest margin for error of any LeBron James team in Cleveland since he came back from Miami.
Okay, say something mean.
every-
Say something mean about the Raptors.
God, there's Canadians. Who could be mean to Canadians?
Well,
Frauds.
I can. They can never win a big series. Frauds. Hot frauds.
Get the
I was
Raptors
in Toronto
out
over
of
the
my
weekend,
face.
and it was still cold, and I didn't like that. How about that?
It's too cold. Well, sorry.
Are you guys excited for at the jump? Are you excited for Zero Dark 3023?
There's little else we're talking about.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
it's a
I'm
big
sure it's
moment
the same
every
for
year.
you.
Yeah, it's when LeBron goes dark. No more sheesh tweets. No more Vino Instagram stories. No more.
I just don't. I don't know how I'm going to live without an Arthur meme.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Or 50 Instagram stories of him in the backseat of his car just singing, songs in our face like we all give a fuck.
Can you help us out and figure out what the hell's going on with this sheesh movement that he's putting out there? Because
If you
he's
don't
been
like
ridiculous.
it, don't click on it.
Oh, no. That's
You have the
that is the
opportunity
wrong way
to
to look at the world.
cultivate your life,
No,
gentlemen.
No. I need the hate. You need the hate. Let the hate out of your heart. It feels good.
Hating is so much more fun than loving because when you hate somebody, you get to pretend like you're better than them. So for like a very brief second in my head, I'm superior to LeBron James in every way.
Wow, that's amazing. Can we capture some of that on video?
Yes,
yeah,
I'd like to know about that second.
Who's the more dangerous team, the T-Wolves or the Nuggets?
Well, this is going to be interesting. I would always say the team was sort of more just, straight up talent in the NBA, especially once you get in the playoffs. It's a stars league. And that's no knock, by the way, on the Nuggets because Joker, Gary Harris, they've got a ton of talent on that team. But, Minnesota has all of these players who are supposed to be this next generation of elite talent in our league. I have huge respect for Jimmy Butler. Tibbs is a great coach. It is worrying they haven't put it all together yet. And the fact that they are finding themselves in a Wednesday night playing game to make the playoffs. This is a team that held the number 3 or 4 spot in the West for months this year. We were talking about oh man, they're going to finally break that 14-year playoff drought. Maybe they'll win a round. Now they might not even get in. It's insane.
Yes, it absolutely is insane. Do you still think Jimmy Butler's top 20 player? Because he is.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I
Many
think Jimmy
people are
Butler has,
disagreeing
if
with you.
anything, enhanced his resume
Yep.
this year at Minnesota by showing sort of what he can bring to a team and the toughness and sort of leadership that he brings. I'm curious to see what happens with him long term. I think 2019, not this summer, next summer, his deal is up. I'm curious if they miss the playoffs this year, if things go bad next year. I don't know how long he'd stick around in Minnesota, so that's something to watch.
PFT got caught in a bad take like 2 years ago, and now he's just using it as a joke, and it's like snowballs.
No, well, what happened was I just don't like the way that Jimmy Butler's hair aligns with his face. He looks like Frylock on Aqua
If
Teen
you're
Hunger
going to be
Force.
upset with NBA hair, go Google Alfred Payton.
No,
and have a
Trey
discussion.
Young's coming in like 4
listen,
months,
Listen,
dude.
I love bad hair. With Jimmy Butler, it's just how he looks like Frylock. That's the only thing I can see when I look at him. And I'm like, there's no chance that guy is a top 20 player.
Man.
So I stand by
Man.
it. Stand by it, Rachel.
Bad
Want to confirm with you one thing real quick. We are officially a 100% pro Washington Capitals podcast now.
Oh,
and wanted
absolutely.
to confirm with
And?
you that it was the Caps year.
Is so the Caps year. I actually wore my this is the Caps T-shirt you sent me, our year T-shirt. I wore that on Thursday last week. It has already been through the laundry. It will be worn again this week. I actually did, however, see someone writing up the first round playoff series and saying they were picking the Blue Jackets. And I wonder your
person's a
feelings about
moron.
that.
That
That's
person's a
mean.
moron.
That's ugly.
John Tortorella is a world-class piece of shit, and I love watching him get beat. I'm predicting a sweep in the first round.
Wow.
Ooh,
That
I like
is-
that.
No sweat on
That is ballsy. All right, SeatGeek question. Last question here. Put in promo
Okay.
code TAKE. You get $10 off your SeatGeek purchase. I'm putting you on the spot. I want to hear you give us the NBA Finals matchup right now as we sit April whatever day it is.
I can't do that. It goes against everything I believe.
No, don't do the Kirk
does.
Herbstreit. Like
Future
I'm
you.
calling the game. Come on.
No. Then not like that. No, I have no ethics or morals. Come on.
Okay.
It's not about that. The reason I like sports and sports are so much better than everything else, which sucks, is that you don't know what's going to happen. Like you go to your big summer action movie, you know who's going to win at the end of the movie. It's not like the Will Smith alien movie. They're like, nope, this time the alien won and Will Smith ended up dead. Like that's not going to happen. Every big thing that we do and see and show and everything, you already know what's going to happen. This is the one thing where I don't know what's going to happen. Don't take it away from
Well,
me.
just
I'm
say
not going to let you.
just say Cavaliers Warriors
Well,
because that's
I'm not
what's
going
going
to
to happen.
let. Not going to let you.
Also,
Not going to let you.
You're
Nope,
not. You're
not gonna let
not.
you.
You're not exactly right because we don't know what happened at the end of The Sopranos when it just faded to black.
Oh, I think we know. What do you think
Do
happened?
you?
What do you think happened?
I think he gets off, just not in that moment.
Wait, you think he got off?
No, I think he gets offed.
Gets off.
Oh, he got off.
He got
right there at
two
the
in
dinner
head.
table.
Yeah.
Rick
right.
Pitino style at the table.
Yeah. He gets off. PFT, you got any last question?
Yeah. One last question. So,
Sup, babe?
So.
Thanks for following me, Rachel. I appreciate you finally doing that.
Have a good afternoon.
All right. Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you.
That interview was brought to you by DollarShaveClub.com. Guys, your bathroom called. It's time to give
What'd
it
it
the
say?
cleaning it deserves. Get rid of all the junk that's lying around. Maybe you've got a bunch of wadded up, chewed pieces of bubble gum that are just stuck in the toilet and you can't flush it. But you can freshen it up with high quality products from Dollar Shave Club. Members like me, we get everything we need for our morning routine delivered right to our door. DollarShaveClub.com, they deliver everything you need to look, feel, and smell your best. It's more than just razors. Dollar Shave Club is better than shopping in a store. They have razors, shave butter, shampoo, body wash, toothpaste, everything you need to look, smell, and feel your best. I get an amazing high-quality shave every morning that I use my Dollar Shave Club Executive Razor. It's definitely the best razor I've ever used. Their Dr. Carver's shave butter is fantastic. It's so smooth, it goes on clear. You can see where you're shaving. And since Dollar Shave Club delivers everything to you, you don't have to set foot in a store wandering the aisles, hunting for razors, shampoo, body wash, toothpaste. None of it. Clean up your bathroom and your morning routine with Dollar Shave Club's daily essential starter set for just $5 with free shipping. You're going to get the 6-blade executive razor plus trial sizes of shave butter, body cleanser, and 1 wipe Charlie's. Then keep the blades coming for a few bucks more per month. Speaking of your next month, for limited time only, use promo code PMT at checkout. That's promo code PMT at checkout to get $5 off your second month of the club. That's promo code PMT at DollarShaveClub.com to save $5 on your second month. Join the club today. Part of my take is also presented by MyBookie.ag. You think you know who's going to win the ball game? You think you know if the Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers are going to win the game tonight? Lay down some money and get in on the action at the safest online sports book in the world. And it's the only one that we recommended to our listeners. MyBookie.ag offers all kinds of different wagers on Major League Baseball, as well as every other type of sport and league in the world. And when you win, you get lightning-fast payouts. You can even create your own player prop wagers using their prop machine. You heard that right. You can create your own matchups, create your own props between any ball players that are in action that day. That's an awesome feature. Go check them out now. Use promo code PMT for a 50% bonus when you deposit. I would only recommend a website to my listeners that's been good to me. If you want to experience Las Vegas-style sportsbook gambling from the comfort of your living room, MyBookie.ag is the only place you're going to want to check it out. They offer pretty much every sport and league in the world, including esports with League of Legends and Counter-Strike. In addition, if you're into casino games like blackjack, roulette, craps, or slots, MyBookie.ag has it all. You play, you win, you get paid. Get in on the action this summer. Go to MyBookie.ag and sign up with them using promo code PMT to ensure that you're eligible for all our future promotions and bonuses. Once again, that's MyBookie.ag using promo code PMT.
All right, let's get to some segments. First up, we have a Respect the Biz. It is for a Milwaukee TV reporter who's facing felony charges after the police say he punched another reporter during a personal argument at the Brewers-Cubs game on Friday. So I guess this guy, Adair A.J. Bayatpour, I think I got his name right, he was critical of another colleague, and then the colleague's boyfriend got physical with him, and he knocked him out. And that's bad. You can't do that in the press box. I don't know if they're in the press box, but you can't do that.
You can't cheer and you can't punch somebody because they made fun of your girlfriend who's a coworker.
I'm also shocked.
Actually, I'm going to say that you can if they cut in line at the cold cut spread.
Well, here's the problem with this. I feel like there's an unwritten rule in journalism. You can't punch someone. Like, those guys don't punch. What they do is they go chest to chest and maybe violently box each other out until someone breaks it up. Throwing a punch, that's not fair.
But if it's journalism, then literally there are no unwritten rules because it's all journalized.
It's all written.
It's all written.
that's
Everything's
right.
written.
Okay,
They're all
shit.
scribes. So it's a written but not published rule. It's an
Yes,
unpublished rule.
It's an unpublished rule.
Yeah, I like this. I think that this is a good way to solve like the downturn in newspapers. If you just had more rivalries between the different columnists,
Celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah, they get in fights, rough and rowdy. Ooh, maybe we do that.
Yeah, let's do
Maybe
it,
we
AJ.
invite these guys.
Come to Rough and Rowdy.
That's not a bad idea. But seriously, like, wouldn't there be more interest in newspapers if their reporters were getting in fights with each other all the time?
Absolutely.
They need to
The
learn.
threat of violence is always.
Absolutely. Also, I'm not a constitutional law scholar.
No,
but-
don't sell yourself short.
Well, yeah, you're right. I am. You know what? I am a constitutional
you
law
are.
scholar. And
Absolutely.
there's a little thing out there called freedom of the press, which means that journalists are allowed to do whatever they want
And say whatever they
and
want.
say whatever they want, and you can't do anything about it. So
Correct.
they arrested this guy for just being a reporter, and that's
Yeah, what is
sad.
this, China?
That's a sad state of affairs in
yeah.
America.
This is you'd never arrest a reporter in Russia.
No.
You just kill him. Shit. All right, we have
Putin, I disavow in case you ever appear on the podcast.
we have a Respect the Biz. Oh, no, we did the Respect the Biz. We have a PR 101 for Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson was caught over the weekend, TMZ cameras, making out with two different women at the same time, kind of,
Okay.
while his wife is 9
Twins?
months pregnant. No.
Oh.
But, okay, so there's a couple things. It's a
Damn.
little messy. So,
You went there.
Chloe is pregnant, 9 months pregnant. She said she has to be sure that it's him because she's not fully sure. So that's cool. Like, you're okay there. I also watched the video. They kind of look like Kardashians.
Well, that's okay then.
So I feel like he just got confused. He
was
just
drunk.
thought that hey, Chloe, he thought it was your sister.
Yeah, he's really.
So that's
really
not that
drunk.
big of a deal.
I just think that it's sad that an NBA player and a Kardashian that they can't remain faithful to each other. Like, what hope is there for the rest of us?
Sad,
If
sad,
those
sad.
two young doe-eyed kids can't make it work. I also think that there's an easy way out for him. Just like, wait, is she the Pepsi girl?
No.
Okay, well,
Kendall.
Okay, well,
It's Kylie.
Kendall.
well, it runs in the family. They're close knit. So just like you know how Kobe Bryant bought that ginormous ring to
for
apologize
Vanessa.
for cheating. Then
Yeah, that's what we called it.
yeah, cheating. Well,
Yeah.
it was technically also cheating. It was cheating on the law.
Yes.
Tristan should just get her a giant 2-liter of Pepsi and be like, "Hey, there you go.
Here, peace.
Peace.
Peace
We're
in
all-
our time.
Everything's better now."
Yeah. Maybe play a Martin Luther King ad or a speech behind it.
Yeah.
Like that Chevy ad.
The Buick ad.
yeah.
Hey, MLK would have driven a Buick. He would have wanted the sensible gas mileage and best-in-class trunk space. of a
Correct.
Buick.
Did you watch this video?
No, I just saw the stills from it.
The
They going at it?
ladies were very aggressive. They were grabbing his penis
So he got entrapped.
and they were grabbing his head and putting it in their breasts. And let's just say I was turned on. Hank was not, but I was.
I also think that you kind of have to put this on Chloe a little bit. Now,
Yeah.
bear with me.
Whoa,
Now, bear with me.
okay. Let's
That-
walk down this road.
This is what happens when you date a guy named Tristan.
Yeah.
You're kind of asking for it.
True.
Here, I'm going to, okay. this-
Double T.
Tristan, Tyler, or Travis. If you date any one of those three, and Tyler can be a boy or a girl, you're asking to get cheated on.
Trav, not Travis.
Yeah, well-
if he goes by Trav, then you're in trouble.
Trevor, too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna toss
Trev and Trav
Yeah.
are definitely guys who they're just guys. They're just guys being dudes. And what do guys being dudes do? They get horny. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Yep.
shit
Yeah, they do.
happens. Yes,
It would have been
exactly.
impolite for him to not kiss her.
Yes. What she really should do is she should just have. I don't know how women's body works, but she should have the baby right now, like right now.
Have a rage baby.
Yeah, just
Get so mad you
just
squirt it out.
and just be like, so you cheated on me 2 days before?
You know what? It would be great revenge if she just got so mad she squirted it out, picked it up off the ground while it was crying, and just handed it to him and walked away.
Your problem now.
Walked away.
Your
with-
problem now.
Just
bitch.
left him with a slimy little baby.
Yeah. All right. We have Spin Zone from Mark McGuire. So Mark McGuire has come out of nowhere and said that he didn't need PEDs to hit 70 home runs. Mm-hmm. He could have done it without them.
Yeah. Well, then, wait. So he says that he could have hit more home runs had he not been taking.
No, he
steroids?
said he just didn't need the PEDs. He just didn't need them. So he didn't
Okay.
need PEDs to hit 70 home runs. All I got from this is Mark McGuire did PEDs, So Sammy Sosa now was the home run king in 1998 with 66 home runs.
Okay.
So there we go.
There
Let's
you go.
retroactively change
He
that
admitted
record.
that. Listen, he's not here to talk about the past.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was Palmeiro.
No, that was Mark.
That was McGuire?
Yeah.
That's right. Palmeiro denied.
Yeah, and pretended to not speak English.
That was-
Sammy also did that.
That was great.
Wild times.
McGuire should have just showed up to that hearing and just talked with a very thick Irish brogue accent.
Yes.
And been like, I don't understand what you're saying.
I mean, this is a wild move for Mark McGuire to just come out of nowhere. Like, this is 20 years later that we wanted an answer, and he's like, nah, actually, I didn't really need those things.
Mark McGuire is, if nothing else, a master of public relations because every time you forget that he did steroids, he pops up in another interview to remind you that he did.
Right, and it's also so funny to listen to any of these guys talk about the steroid era, and I have no problem with the steroid era. It saved baseball.
It's better.
It made everything more fun. The writers who cry about it now made money off of their columns and their books and all this bullshit. But it is hilarious to look at a picture of Mark McGuire on the A's and then look at a picture of Mark McGuire on the Cardinals and then like look at a picture of Barry Bonds on the Pirates and then Barry Bonds on the Giants. Sammy Sosa's body has changed like so much over the years.
It's like the
insane.
opposite of Faces of Meth.
Yeah,
They
it's
just get all
crazy.
swole,
Kind
yeah.
of
But they didn't need
like
it.
you.
What do you mean?
Oh, come on, Hank.
Like you before you worked at Barstool, and now you now.
Wow. Hank really...
Wow.
Listen,
all right.
Hank, we did attack you a little bit more than usual today.
No, we
But you're
didn't.
lashing out.
No, we didn't.
You're lashing
Do you not look bigger than you used to? A lot bigger?
It depends on the angle.
You look more robust.
I've been sitting on a booster seat, guys, for the last 6 years. You just haven't noticed till now. All right,
His
we
nuts,
have.
by the way, McGuire, he's right. His nuts would have been bigger had he not taken steroids,
True.
right? So therefore,
Swung it more 3-0 pitches.
the live ball era in his pants.
Yeah. All right. Before we get to guys on chicks, Hank, I haven't explained it to Big Cat.
Yeah.
Where did Cardi B come from?
The Bronx, BX.
Well, like, where did she come from?
She was on one of those VH1 shows
When?
a couple years ago, and then she just did a lot. She was a stripper.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Wait. What about Black China?
What about Black China?
Was she also a stripper?
Dancer.
I don't know.
Yes,
I don't know about
yes,
her.
she was a dancer.
Okay, I get him confused.
But Cardi B, yeah, she was on one of those VH1.
Which one fucked Rob Kardashian?
Black China.
Got it.
Cardi B put the pussy on Offset.
Fun
That's
fact
right.
about Cardi B, the first time I met Bubba, he was like, Cardi B lives in my building.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think she lives there anymore.
And he doesn't even have a building.
Yeah.
Like that's
lives with-
presumptuous for Bubba to say he has a building. He was living on his sister's couch.
Yeah.
I miss
But when
Bubba.
he
We
said,
haven't seen him in a
but,
while.
but when he said that, he's like, Cardi B lives in my building, and I associated that with the girl from the VH1 show.
Got it.
Like she was famous.
Her
for
new
doing,
songs are awesome.
Well, listen, she has the song of the summer, and she's got like
Well,
7 of them.
The Drake one, Drake song is pretty hot.
I'm Team Cardi B.
Well, I like her a lot. I just didn't know where she came from. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's one of those things where, people are like Cardi B is like, oh yeah, I know Cardi B. She was like one of the members of the Rolling Stones, and she like went solo.
Fun fact about her name is she wanted her name to be Bacardi, but that name was taken on Instagram, so she switched it to Cardi B.
Somebody
Way
should,
better
yes.
choice by her.
Somebody should make a mixtape.
And she has a sister named Hennessy.
Oh,
Really?
I would love to hear a mixtape of a song that's just different times rappers have rhymed the word Bacardi with party.
Yes.
Just over and over and over
Absolutely.
and over again.
I mean, it was a gift
Ma-
from God.
Make it happen, internet.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Guys on chicks.
Sup PMT, especially the dude with gray hair, Big Cat. There has
Oh.
been a lot of recent debate about the prevalence of jean jackets among girls. Do guys really care what girls wear, or do they just like to shit on girls' outfits because they don't understand style?
No, they just shit on girls' outfits around you because they're trying to get on your good side.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, that girl is so stupid looking.
I like jean jackets.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah, but I like them on girls. I think it's a good look. It's a good fall look, tailgate look. Agreed. It's maybe spring weekend at college look.
I like airbrush denim jackets.
Yeah.
You put like an 8-ball or a Grim Reaper on the back.
When you put a denim jacket on, you feel invincible. Mm-hmm. I used to have a great one, and I don't know what happened to it. Fuck.
Probably got too small.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey boys, especially PF Short. I have
That's not what that says.
That's a good one.
I have
That's a
somewhat-
good one. That's definitely what it says.
No, that's not what it says.
I have somewhat small boobs, 34Bs, and they are super sensitive.
Okay,
hold on,
wait.
hold
34B
on.
is
That's big.
That's good.
Wait, but no, it might not be because we get confused as guys.
Which one is
The numbers don't matter as much as the cup.
But B is B's good.
B's good, but it's not big.
Well, no, I don't even
C's
want. I don't
big.
even
But
want.
actually, in the grading scale, a B is a C
What?
and a D is an A.
Huh?
Hank, come on, man. It's too late at night.
Fucking
for that.
late, dude. We've had a long ass day. What the hell did you just say?
Wait, get back to the girl that
If
that
big
likes me.
boobs are what guys want, that means that D's would equal A
Oh,
in
I
the
got
grade
what you're
scale.
saying. Okay, got it.
So a B is actually a C. So B isn't that good.
I knew what he was saying, but I was convinced that Hank didn't even know what he was
I
saying.
didn't. Okay, so 34 Bs, you have small boobs.
No,
But that makes girls who really have small boobs want to like claw your eyes out, just so you know. Don't say that around any small boob girls because they will take your hair and they will fucking rip it out of your skull.
Mm-hmm.
Just a word to the wise. What was
the
your question?
the question was, is it true smaller boobs are more sensitive than larger ones? And if so, why?
So as a man who has 34 Bs, my breasts aren't that sensitive.
There you go.
They're not.
So when it comes to the ladies, should it be food before fun or fun before food?
We literally don't care.
Yeah, what? So
wait, are you asking me if I would rather eat a big dinner and then have
Have
sex?
sex?
Because the answer is no.
yeah.
Because I'm gonna fall asleep halfway through it anyways. If I have a big meal before, I'm probably not even gonna start.
But that's the reason why you do eat a big meal, because then you can just be like, oh, I'm so full. Too tired.
I just have to. Hey, why don't you be on top? I
Yeah,
just need
too
to lay
tired.
down for a while.
Too tired. Let's just do it in the morning.
Future me will have sex with you.
What's up, PMT boys, especially Big Cat (parentheses dog).
Oh.
Me and my boyfriend have been dating for 4.5 years. Almost 2 years ago, we moved in together. And 6 months into living together, he started touching me and trying to have sex with me in his sleep. Mm-hmm. He never did this before we lived together, and now he does it all the time. Sometimes he remembers doing it, but other times he has no idea because he's dead asleep. It wakes me up every time, and I'm okay with being waken up here and there for sex, but he wakes me up pretty frequently, and we very infrequently end up having sex because of it. Why is this happening, and what should I do about it?
I would be curious to know if like his pillows at his old bedroom were like super crusty. If he was like trying to fuck his bed in the middle of the
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
or if this is something that only happens when there's a person beside him.
I think technically when a man is asleep, he's the most masculine he can be. So that's like, it gets extra horny. I feel like that's exactly what happens. I think that's just science.
Maybe he has a big meal before he goes to bed, and
Yeah.
then after he's done digesting it,
Yeah.
then he's ready to go.
Like Rick Pitino only sleeps in bursts of 15 seconds. He never has had a night's sleep.
He's all man.
All right, last one. Hey, PMT boys, especially tall guy.
Oh, that's
that's
me.
me.
That's me.
Is that me?
No, that's me when I lose like 20 more pounds.
Yeah, at least. My boyfriend went on a bachelor party.
Fucking gum eating loser.
Got happy ending. He came clean and told me he claims it is not cheating as he would never bang this girl or do it outside of the massage room.
I mean,
He
these are
claimed
all
that it's
facts.
too hard to say no to a hand job that is already built into the price.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yep.
Realistically,
Yep.
I am
So he
not,
went there
He
just
got
for a
entrapped.
back rub,
Yeah, he got entrapped.
and then before he knew it, he was coming.
he got upsold like, the floor mats on his car.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything about it.
Realistically, I'm not that upset, as I am not afraid a 50-year-old Korean lady giving my boyfriend a hand job is threatening to our relationship.
Well, you should be because
Is that bad? Can you let me finish? Is that bad? Is it cheating? I don't want to give him a rusty hand job anyway.
No, it's not bad because he led with his strongest defense. He wouldn't have banged her anyway.
If it wasn't for the room that was in. Listen,
Listen, he came clean. He said, "Listen, I wasn't gonna fuck her, so
Yeah.
it's not cheating."
well, let me ask you this: if he goes to a urologist and they cup his balls and tell him to cough, does that count as cheating?
Yeah.
because this is the same thing.
Correct.
It's part of her profession. She's a
well,
professional.
he might bang his urologist. You don't know.
Well, then that's fine.
But if he wants to bang his urologist, then that's cheating.
Right, but if he bangs her but doesn't want to bang her,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If
Listen-
you just listen, if sex happens, but you say I didn't want to, like
Well,
it
careful.
just happened. Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
I'm in a dicey
listen,
territory.
if
here.
I have sex with somebody and then later I say, yeah, but I didn't think she was that hot,
yeah,
then
right,
it's okay.
right, and it was built into the price.
Yeah, and I was like, so I come home and I'm like, hey, so I had sex with this girl, but she was wearing the stupidest jacket. It was just such a dumb outfit.
Let's put
then
it
it's
this
okay.
way. Let's put it this way, okay? You go to a nice dinner with a bunch of your friends. When it's like when it's a group of more than 8, the gratuity's built in. You can't then take the gratuity off. You can't be like, no, I'm not tipping this. It's built in. the hand job was built in.
I also like how he was on a bachelor party, went into a massage therapy place, and then was like, "Hey, I didn't know that I was going to get a hand job too."
Right. After probably
happens
all
all
of
the-
his buddies,
yeah.
after Trev and Trav came out being like, "Dude, she jerks you off at the end."
Yeah.
All right, I'll end it on a fun fact for the listeners.
Uh-oh.
Just someone texted this into the text line. If you swallow gum, it's true that your body can't digest it, but the gum doesn't stay in your stomach and moves relatively intact through your digestive system and is excreted in your stool.
Someone definitely texted that.
On rare occasions, large amounts of swallowed gum combined with constipation and blocked intestines in children. Rare occasions, children, neither one of which I am.
Does it say anything on there about how weird it is?
No, this is just a text, so I don't.
Okay.
That's all it's
They
saying.
didn't mention how strange it is.
Like
for some
you're a
reason.
It's just
loser.
eating candy. You guys are just conformists that just believe everything that someone tells you.
Oh.
Someone told you when you were a kid that if you swallow gum, it stays in your stomach. It's not true. Wake up.
I've reviewed the documents. I've reviewed several documents that have come in via text transmission. They all say it's nature's healthiest thing for digestion to eat a bunch of gum and squirt it out your colon.
All right, we'll see everyone Friday. Head coach Pat Fitzgerald.
Love you guys.
I love football on TV. Shots of Gina Lee. Hanging with my friends and twins.
Talking away. I don't know what to say. I'll say it anyway. Today is a hot day to find you. Shine away. I'm coming for your love again.
Okay, say up to me and swim.